Hello everyone. This video is about Section 206 AB and 206 CCA. Both these sections was introduced in Finance Act 2021 and will be applicable from 1st July 2021. As far as these sections is concerned, a particular deductor or a collector must understand whether the deductee or the payee has filed their tax returns for the last couple of years and whether their tax deduction and tax collection aggregate of these two is more than 50,000 in these 2 years. So it becomes a complex exercise for each of the taxpayer to understand from their service providers, vendors, suppliers, collectors, and all these persons to understand whether they have complied. And in fact, some of them started receiving mails, or even almost everyone have started receiving mails to share the acknowledgement numbers of written files and whether the tax deduction and tax collection exceeds 50,000 in these 2 years. So it becomes very difficult. It even intrudes the privacy of a particular taxpayer. So the government, considering this, has introduced a complaints procedure. So there is a link in the reporting portal whereby a particular deductor or the collector will be able to check whether a specified person is in compliance with 206 AB and 206 CCA. So in this video, we are going to see how do we register for this, how do we verify a particular PAN, what is the process of verifying with bulk PAN. So these are the three areas, the three sections that we are going to understand. So we'll first start with registering for this particular service. So we'll have to log in to the report.insight.gov.in, click register. It will take us to the income tax portal. In income tax portal, we'll have to log in with your tax deduction or tax collection account number. If not, we'll have to register as a tax deductor or a collector. Once we register, we'll have to log in with our tax deduction and collection details. So on logging in the login page, once we log in into this income tax portal using our tax deduction, we'll have to go to pending action tab, click on reporting portal. So this reporting portal will take us. So once we click this proceed, it will take us to a new portal whereby we'll have to specify as a new registration. So once we continue, we'll have to give the type of registration. There is complaint check. As a TDS collector, I'll have to specify the complaint check. The category is automatically filled. So being a firm, it will automatically fill it as a firm. So we need not state that. So we'll have to specify the entity details. PAN and name is not required. PAN and name is not required because this is a login based on the TAN. So we need not specify the PAN and name. We'll have to specify the location details as far as this TAN goes. So this TAN, the location, the address of this TAN alone must be specified. PAN and name need not be specified, being a TAN based login. So once this is stated, there is an option to add the principal officer. So basically there are two categories of officer. One is principal officer, another is nodal officer. So principal officer is the primary person who can get this benefit of checking this complaints portal. So once we enter these address, we can go ahead and click on this principal officer. So in this principal officer, it will take us to the details of the principal officer. So once we click on this add principal officer, we need to specify the details of the principal officer. We'll have to specify the PAN of that officer. Once we state the PAN, the rest of the information such as your name, date of birth, address is automatically filled based on the PAN. So same can be edited also. So if there is a change in last name or last name has to be added or something, it can be obviously done. You'll have to specify other mandatory informations like your designation, mobile number, email ID. All this has to be filled in. Once the mandatory field is filled and all the corrections are made, you can either add another nodal officer or click submit. So on submission, we'll be able to download an acknowledgement which will tell us the details of this principal officer. Otherwise, we can continue to the login page. In this login page, we'll get the login credentials in mail. Even otherwise, we'll be able to log in by using the option of forgot password. Once we get this login of this principal officer, we may proceed and log in. So once we log in, we'll get this what type of form is what we are going to check. So we'll have to specify the form type. The form type is nothing but your compliance check. So we'll have to state compliance check and then select the relevant entity ID. So in this case, the TAN of that entity has to be selected and the type of officer, principal or nodal has to be selected. Once that is selected, we can proceed to the home page. The home page, click on complaints check to enter into this page of complaint check for 206 AB and 206 CCA. So this is the registration process and the initial login process. Now we'll understand how to search the PAN. We'll do two type of searches. One is individual PAN, another is a bulk search. So we'll try out both. So in this PAN search, as we said, there is two options, PAN and bulk search. We are currently in this PAN search option where we are specifying the PAN. Once we specify the PAN of the relevant person for whom we'll have to check the complaints and the captcha code, it will give us the detail of the PAN holder. The name will be masked, the date in which the PAN is allotted, whether the Aadhaar is linked or specified person, whether he is a specified person or not. When you talk about this PAN linked with Aadhaar, there are four types of status. It could either be not applicable, or it could be linked, or it could be exempt. So in this, not applicable refers to companies or firms for whom Aadhaar linking would not be possible. So these cases would be not applicable. Whereas, for example, it is exempt. Exempt are cases where non-residents, not a citizen of India, all these categories will fall under exempt category. And the third one is linked, whereas the person has very well linked to the PAN. And the fourth status is not linked, which means there is a failure, there is a default in not linking. So from 1st July, it will attract a higher tax rate. So this is the first thing. So we'll be able to download this as an independent PDF, whereby you'll have all those details which we discussed now in a PDF format. This could also be shared with the detector if required. So this is the process of single PAN. Now we'll look into the bulk PAN. As far as the bulk PAN goes, once you click this bulk search tab, you can download a CSV template which can be filled in and uploaded. So we are now downloading the template. You see the CSV file whereby we'll have to specify the PAN. In this PAN, we are currently specifying around uh, uh, we have listed some of the PAN in all combinations so that we understand how it to understand the output. So in this particular thing, now we have entered the PAN, we have saved the CSV file. We are going back to the whole screen and we are uploading this file. So you click on this upload CSV, you get a confirmation screen for which here should you get confirmation. It will also have the other details of the principal officer and other things. So you choose the file for upload. Once you choose the file and click on submit, you get an tracking ID, a reference ID. So once this reference ID is set, it will be uploaded. So this will get converted into available status in 15-20 minutes. So it's not readily available. It will be available in a while. So we'll be able to download and open this file, whereby in this particular file, we understand the PAN, the name, and the allotment date. So the name again will be masked. It will give you the Aadhaar link status, whether it is not applicable, linked, exempt, or not linked. And it also specify whether it is a specified person or not. If you could see that the last one is a specified person, which means that person has not filed the tax returns in one of the last 2 years, and the TDS is more than 50,000 in each of these 2 years. So only then, so for this particular person, for whom becomes a specified person under section 206 AB and 206 CCA, tax rate has to be deducted at a higher rate. So the double the existing rate or 5%, whichever is higher. So this is the process of uh, registering and checking the compliance of 206 AB and 206 CCA. Hope the video was useful. Kindly provide your comments in the comment section below. You can share with others for others to get benefited for using the link of compliance related to 206 AB and 206 CCA. Thank you.